All right, welcome back. This is January 17th video. Boom. We're going to start in Genesis 35, 1, and we're going to go through 36:43. All right, thanks again for joining. Give you a second to get to your Bibles. I take some time too. I'm not going to lie, I picked this one out before I started. All right, here we go. Genesis 35:1. Then God said to Jacob, "Go up to Bethel and settle there, and build an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you were fleeing from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods you have with you, and purify yourselves and change your clothes. Then come, let's go up to Bethel, where I will build an altar to the God who answered me in the day of my distress, and who has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods they had and the rings in their ears. And Jacob buried them under the oak at Shechem. They set out, and the terror of God fell on the towns all around them, so that no one pursued them. Jacob and all the people with him came to Luz, that is Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There he built an altar, and he called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died and was buried under the oak outside of Bethel. So it was named Allon Bakuth. After Jacob returned from Padan Aram, God appeared to him again and blessed him. So God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel." So he named him Israel. And God said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and increase in number. A nation and a community of nations will come from you, and kings will be among their descendants. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac I will also give to you, and I will have this land to your descendants after you." Then God went up from him at the place where he talked with him. Jacob set up a stone pillar at the place where God had talked with him, and he poured out a drink offering on it. He also poured oil on it. Jacob called the place where God had talked with him Bethel, the deaths of Rachel and Isaac. Then they moved on from Bethel. While they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel began to give birth and had great difficulty. And as she was having great difficulty in childbirth, the midwife said to her, "Don't despair, for you have another son." As she breathed her last breath, for she was dying, she named her son Ben-Oni, but the father named him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Over her tomb, Jacob set a pillar, and to this day that pillar marks Rachel's tomb. Israel moved on again and pitched his tent beyond Migdal Eder, while Israel was living in that region. Reuben went in and slept with his father's concubine Bilhah, and Israel heard of it. Jacob had 12 sons. The sons of Leah: Reuben, the first of Jacob; Simon, Levi, Judah, Ishkar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel: Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Rachel's servant Bilhah: Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Leah's servant Zilpah, Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob, who were born to him in Padan Aram. Jacob came home to his father Isaac in Mamre, near Kiriath Arab, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived 180 years, then he breathed his last, and died, and was gathered to his people, old and full of years, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. All right, 36. This is the account of the family line of Esau, that is Edom. Esau took his wives from the woman of Canaan, Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, Habalam, daughter of Anna, the granddaughter of Zebon the Hivite, also Basemeth, daughter of Ishmael, and sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore Eliphaz to Esau, Basemath bore Reuel, and Oholabam bore, wow, Jish, Jalam, and Korah. These were the sons of Esau, who were born to him in Canaan. Esau took his wives and sons and daughters, and all the members of his household, as well as his livestock, and all his other animals, and all the goods he had acquired in Canaan, and moved to the land some distance from his brother Jacob. Their possessions were too great for them to remain together. The land where they were staying could not support them both because of their livestock. So Esau, this is Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir. This is the account of the family line of Esau, the father of Edomites in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Esau's wife, Adah, and Reuel, the son of Esau's wife, Basemeth, the son of Eliphaz, Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Esau's son Eliphaz also had a concubine named Timnah, who bore him Amalek. These were the grandsons of Esau's wife, Adah. The sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zahar, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the grandsons of Esau's wife, Basemeth. The sons of Esau's wife of Oholibamah, daughter of Anna and granddaughter of Zebon, whom she bore to Esau: Jish, Jalam, and Korah. These were the chiefs among Esau's descendants. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, chiefs Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These were the chiefs' descendants from Eliphaz, and Edom. They were grandsons of Adah. The sons of Esau's sons, Reuel, chiefs Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the chiefs' descendants from Reuel and Edom. They were the grandsons of Esau's wife, Basemeth. The sons of Esau's wife, Oholibam, chiefs Jish, Jalam, Korah. These were the chiefs' descendants from Esau's wife, Oholibamah, daughter of Anah. These were the sons of Esau, that is Edom, and these were their chiefs. Let's see. These were the sons of Seir, the Horite, who were living in the region: Lotan, Shobal, Zebon, Anna, Dishan, Ezer, Dishan. These sons of Seir in Edom were Horite chiefs. The sons of Lotan, Hori and Homan. Timah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal, Alvin, Mahanath, Ebal, Shepo, and Anam. The sons of Zebon, Ahiah, and Anna. This is Anna, who discovered the hot springs in the desert while he was grazing the donkeys of his father Zebon. The children of Anna, Dishan and Oholibama, daughter of Anna. The sons of Dishan, Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Kiran. The sons of Ezer, Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. The sons of Dishan, Uz, and Aran. These were the Horite chiefs: Lotan, Shobal, Zebon, Anna, Dishan, Ezer, Dishan. These were the Horite chiefs, according to their divisions in the land of Seir, the rulers of Edom. Here we go. These were the kings who reigned in Edom before the Israelite king reigned. Bela, son of Beor, became king of Edom. His city was named Dinhabah. When Bela died, Jacob and Zerah, both Bozrah, succeeded him as king. When Jobab died, Hasham from the land of the Temanites succeeded him as king. When when Husan died, Hadon, son of Badam, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, succeeded him as king. His city was named Avith. When Hadad died, Samal from the succeeded him as king. When Samal died, Shual from Rehoboth on the river succeeded him as king. When Shual died, Baal-Hanan, son of Akbar, succeeded him as king. When Baal-Hanan, son of Akbar, died, Hadad succeeded him as king. His city was named Pau, and his wife's name was Metabel, daughter of Matrid, the daughter of Mizahab. These were the chief's descendants from Esau by name, or according to the clans and regions: Tima, Alva, Jeheth, Oholibama, Elah, Pinon, Kenaz, Timan, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Aram. These were the chiefs of Edom, according to the settlements, the land they occupied. This is the family line of Esau, father of the Edomites. All right. That was our Genesis. That was a little rough, I'm not going to lie. Thanks for sticking with us. Next, we're going to go over to our Matthew 12, 1 through 21. Jesus is the Lord on the Sabbath. At that time, Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry and began to pick some heads of grain and eat them. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to him, "Look, your disciples are doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath." He answered, "Haven't you read what David did when he and his companions were hungry? He entered the house of God, and he and his companions ate the consecrated bread, which was not lawful for them to do, but only for the priest. Or haven't you read the law that the priest on Sabbath duty in the temple desecrate the Sabbath and yet are innocent? I tell you that something greater than the temple is here. If you had known what these words mean, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice,' you would not have condemned the innocent, for the Son of Man is Lord on the Sabbath." Going from that place, he went into their synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Looking for no reason to bring charges against Jesus, they asked him, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath?" He said to them, "If any of you has a sheep and it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, will you not take hold of it and lift it out? How much more valuable is a sheep as a person than a sheep? Therefore it is lawful to do good on Sabbath." Then he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." So he stretched it out, and it was completely restored, just as sound as the other. But the Pharisees went out and plotted how they might kill Jesus. Aware of this, Jesus withdrew from that place. A large crowd followed him, and he healed all who were ill. He warned them not to tell others about him. This was not to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. "Here is my servant whom I have chosen, the one I love and whom I delight. I will put my spirit on him, and I will proclaim justice to the nations. He will not quarrel or cry out. No one will hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed will not break, and a smoldering wick will not snuff out, till it has brought justice through to victory. In his name, the nations will put their hope." All right, that was our Matthew. Now we're going to jump over to our Psalm. Looks like we're in 15, 1 through 5. All right. Lord, who may dwell in your sacred tent. May you live on your holy mountain. The one who's walking blameless, who does what is righteous, who speaks the truth from their heart, whose tongues utter no slander, who does no wrong to a neighbor and casts no slur on others, who despises a vile person but honors those who fear the Lord, who keeps an oath when it hurts and does not change their mind, who lends money to the poor without interest, who does not accept bribes against the innocent. Whoever does these things will never be shaken. nice. We're on Proverbs 3. We're going to jump over Proverbs now, 3:21 through 26. Here we go. My son, do not let wisdom and understanding out of your sight. Preserve sound judgment and discretion. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go on your way in safety, and on foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Have no fear of sudden disaster or the ruin that overtakes the wicked. The Lord will be at your side and will keep your foot from being snared. All right, I like that one. All right, that's our January 17th reading. Once again, thanks for sticking with me. We're going to make it through. We've got a whole year to do it, so we can make it. Thanks for stumbling through on those names. We're going to get there eventually, hopefully. But we're just going to do the best we can. We're in it together. So thanks for sticking with me on the daily. If you're new here and you started today, jump on in. We'll get it read within a year. So have a good one. Peace, love. I'll see you on the next time.